So you want to know how much it costs to ride to the four corners of the United States on a motorcycle? Well, I'm here to tell you. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ro, and this video is going to be short, sweet, and to the point. I have two objectives for today. That is to advise you on how much you should expect to pay when you ride to the four corners of the United States, plus a little bit of Canada. And two, I'm going to announce my giveaway winners. Today is that day. So here we go. So first, I'm going to address the three categories that I believe are the most important and the ones that you're probably going to put the most money into. First one being your road juice, your gas. How much is that going to cost? Number two, where and how are you going to lay your head? So hotels. And number three, your bike prep, because we got to make sure that bike is good for the road. So let's jump into it. Here is the list of all the transactions that I made for gas. I wrote down a total of 89 transactions on this paper. I might have missed one or two or three or four. So this is 89 transactions, which total up to $1,596. Let's just round that up to $1,600. So $1,600 just for gas. A total of 89 gas stops. Yeah. All right. The next category is where are we going to lay our heads? So just so you know, the hotel cost was split amongst 5 people. So if you go by yourself, then you have to multiply what I'm telling you by 5 or stay in like more of a budget motel. We stayed in more mid-tier hotels. We didn't stay in super extravagant hotels, nor did we stay in budget motels. We stayed right in the middle. So on my paper, I have a total of 13 hotel transactions. I might have missed a couple, okay? But of the 13 hotels that I have written down, that totaled out to $1,410. So there may be a little bit of a margin of error. So I'm just going to round that up again to $1,600. So $1,600 for hotel. So the last and final category is prep, because you got to make sure your bike is right. Now, brother cousin did it, excuse me, as the world knows him, GQ advised us to get brand new tires before this trip. So that's what I did. The total to put and purchase new tires on was a total of $600. I have a very interesting story about my tires, which I cannot wait to tell you guys at a later date. But just know it was about $600 for the tires alone. Then we have a service. Now, a normal service for me costs anywhere from $500 to $750 for the major services. When I took my bike in for its service before the trip, I was at 30,000 miles. So I did 30K service. On that particular service, they had to replace my front brake pads. So that added a little coin. So the service, we're just gonna round that out to $1,000. 1,000 plus 600, $1,600 just to get the bike ready for the road. And then when we were on the road at around 5,000 miles, we did an oil change in the parking lot. So brother cousin went and got the oil. We split that, and that rounded out to be about $85 per person. So, and we did our oil changes ourselves. So $85 for that. So those are the three main categories of costs associated with this trip. The main categories. Now, the other things that I did write down, I wrote down activities. I just wrote the main ones that popped up in my head. But for activities, you're probably looking at about $150 to $200, depending on how much you want to do, you know. And that's why I say activities, it just depends. Like, you could just ride your bike and not do anything. So this wouldn't really count. We did go through a lot of tolls. So I just rounded that up to about $150. And then for food, I rounded this out to $40 a day. I didn't spend $40 on food every day, but I just wanted to kind of put that in there just so you get a grand idea. And now it's time to put that all together for the grand total. So for the gas, total of $1,600. Hotels, $1,600. Bike prep, $1,600. 1,600 times 3, $4,800. Round that up to around even 5,000. That doesn't include activities, does not include food, Does not include tolls, does not include parking fees, does not include the stuff that you buy bag wise, packing wise to get ready for the trip. Doesn't include any of that. But it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. So now that we know the grand total of the trip, I now have to say thank you. Thank you to everybody who sent a tank of gas, who prayed for me, who called me to check on me, who messaged me to check on me. And I have to talk about this one. So when I was on my way from the Keys, on the way home, I'm already emotional, right? I'm trying to process everything that just happened because it was really a blur. It was really a blur. I'm trying to process it. And one of my brothers, he hit me up and he was like, congratulations, you did all the things. And when I read it, I'm already on the verge of tears. And then I responded and I said, don't make me cry in this helmet. And he responded and he was like, let it out. And when I read that, I'm like I'm bawling in my helmet, riding up I-95, like just like but it was messages like that, the support, the silent support, like all of it. I could feel all of it. That's why I was able to make it home safely. So y'all will get my full story later. First, we gotta all tune in for that documentary, because you already know it's about to be good. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all saw that trailer. So we gotta tune in for the documentary. And then once we watch that, I'll give you my personal point of view on what actually happened. But with that being said, here's the winner of the Viking Bags motorcycle bag. Thank you so much.